Hello, my unseen audience. I'm sitting in my basement and I'm reading the Bible, and I have so many questions. I'm one of those people I think that uh, is talked about that I'm still eating the milk. I don't eat the meat of the Bible yet. I'm still a baby Christian, even though I've been a member of the Lutheran Church since I was baptized. I really wonder sometimes about all the things in the Bible that I don't understand or I don't really get, and how do I make sense of it? And sometimes I just have to ask some questions and hopefully somebody out there has some answers because I'm certainly not a Bible scholar. So here's a question. I'm reading Genesis, of course, you had to start at the beginning. And it talked about God giving Adam and Eve all the plants of the earth to eat. He didn't say eat the animals. He said, I've given you all these plants. Here's the garden. Go eat whatever you want except from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. He said, don't eat from that. And so, of course, they did. They ate from that. And then there had to be an animal sacrifice because God made clothes for them out of skins. I'm assuming it's skins of animals. So there had to be an animal sacrifice there. Did we start eating meat then because God had to kill these animals? Or did we go on eating plants because God put Adam out into the world and said, you have to toil for your food. You'll have to toil in the ground to grow your food. So are we supposed to be eating plants? Or was meat on the menu because of the first sacrifice of animals to clothe Adam and Eve, who all of a sudden knew they were naked? It's a very interesting question for me. And then, of course, there's that age-old question of where did Abel and his brother Seth and those people find wives? Where were the other people at? Because they certainly didn't have sex with their mother. So that's an age-old question for me too. Not that I doubt God's word. I know that He did this. I know He did it all. It's just that I have these questions, and it'd be nice to have some answers to them. So if you have some answers, or you've heard of somebody who has some answers, or a resource with some answers, or maybe it's just one of those things I won't know until I get to heaven and get to ask God or Jesus Himself. What about this story? Tell me about this. So anyway, I really do enjoy reading the Bible. It's got a lot of interesting things that I forget sometimes. We were semi good churchgoers when I was a kid, and we went to Sunday school. I think mostly because mom and dad wanted to get rid of us for a while. But I learned a lot of the Bible stories, and one that I'd forgotten was that Enoch, the story of Enoch. I think I'm saying that right. Enoch, Enoch. Enoch didn't die. He was just taken away by God when he was 365 years old, which was rather young in those days because a lot of the people were living into their 900s. Methuselah, I think, was 960 something when he finally died. And so it's very interesting that Enoch was so godly, so in tune to God that God just took him away at 365 years old, I think it was. So Enoch didn't have to die. Excuse me, and I'd like to know a little bit more about that. If somebody knows some more about that, that would be very interesting for me. So, well, I'll leave it in your hands. I'm still just starting with Genesis, like I said. I'm in chapter 4, and I'm going to get into all the generations here pretty quick, so there'll be lots of names. I found a really good place on YouTube where this lovely gentleman, and I can't think of his name right now, reads the whole Bible, and he's English accent. So it's a very calming, soothing voice, and it's a great way to read the Bible is to have somebody read it to you. If I can find it, I'll get that back here and put it in my notes, okay? All right, all you lovely people, that's all I have for today. I'm going to go back and finish reading the fourth and fifth chapters of Genesis, I believe. And again, if you have some answers to these questions, please put it in the comments, like and subscribe. Thanks for listening. Bye.